Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, dear friends, it is a particular pleasure to address you today on the topic of demography and economy in the context of our Academy for Leading Women. I would have preferred to join you in person in Marrakesh rather than to address you through this video message, because I address you today not only as European Commission Vice President for Democracy and Demography, but also as a new Commissioner designate for the Mediterranean. President von der Leyen has entrusted me with this new mission. I'm eager to get to work on investing in our common future together with you. The European Union, the Mediterranean region, and the countries across our southern neighborhood share many common aspirations, challenges, and perspectives. I will put all my efforts into strengthening our Mediterranean partnership to contribute not only to shared prosperity and security, but also in support of scaling up and deepening trade and investment with the region. And with this, I naturally come back to our topic today of demography and economy, which are intrinsically interlinked. When we speak about demography, there is this reflex to think about social policies. But there is a way wider dimension to demography, especially when we look at it from the perspective of the European Union. Demography is not only social, it is also economic, financial, territorial, and even global. This global dimension is something that the President explicitly highlighted in the mission she trusted me with for the next mandate. I have been tasked with the particular responsibility for the international aspects of demography. All these different aspects of demography come together under the same objective, the one of competitiveness, or more precisely, of underpinning Europe's competitive edge. Because Europe is aging, as all of you know, it is shrinking. If we leave it unaddressed, this demographic change will have a significant negative impact on our competitiveness. But this does not have to be the case. Mario Draghi highlighted this in his report earlier this month. The European Union is entering the first period in its recent history in which growth will not be supported by a rising population. By 2040, our workforce is projected to shrink by close to 2 million workers each year. And by 2070, the population of the European Union is projected to fall to below 4% of the global population. And to anticipate this impact and to help our member states cope with the effects of demographic change, we have presented last year, as you might remember, our demography toolbox. The purpose of the toolbox is the activation of the entirety of our human capital. Our union must continue being productive. And when we speak about human capital, we basically speak about 4 categories, which we present as pillars of our demographic toolbox. It's first one, women and families, then youth, elderly, and legal migrants. The toolbox will fully activate all 4 of them and bring them back into the labor market, because we need all our skills and talents. And when we don't have them internally, we need to fill labor shortages through managed legal migration in full complementarity to harnessing talents from within the Union. The very first pillar of our toolbox concerns women and families and their empowerment, including their economic empowerment. This is also very topical in the Mediterranean region. A couple of years ago, when we presented our care strategy, we realized that close to 8 million women in Europe were not on the labor market because of their care responsibilities with regard to children or elderly parents. With the care strategy, our objective was to empower women by offering them quality, accessible and affordable care services so that they can come back into the labor market. Because women's economic empowerment is a key driver for gender equality, economic growth, and social inclusion. For the Mediterranean, empowering women economically also means investing in a better future for the entire region, because we are convinced that the complete integration of women into economic activities, decision-making processes, and leadership roles is paramount not only for the prosperity of the area, but also for realizing aspirations for peace, stability in this region. I will not develop now other three pillars of our demography toolbox. I will just say that when we speak about empowering the youth, we speak about making sure that they have the right mix of skills and talents for the needs of the green and digital transition. When we speak about older people, we speak about shifting from aging to longevity and about capitalizing on the longevity dividend. The ability to capitalize on those extra 10 or more years we are living. And finally, when we speak about legal migrants, we don't speak about depleting our neighbor's talent pool. We speak about cross-fertilizing skills and talents with third country nationals. This benefits our neighbors, including in the Mediterranean region. For this to work, we need comprehensive partnerships focused on investment, economic stability, and jobs. And dear ladies, there is one element I would like to conclude with, and it is the territorial or regional component of demography. Because many regions in European Union suffer from a shrinking labor force and are hit by the phenomenon called brain drain. With our harnessing talent communication, we are addressing this brain drain phenomenon to avoid growing territorial disparities that hamper the resilience of and also competitiveness of our union. I will stop here today knowing that we are only at the beginning of a new story of the Mediterranean and demography that I will be leading during the next 5 years. In conducting my mission, I will always make sure to pay particular attention to strengthening the role of women in our societies and also women in societies and economy, because women are always part of the solution. I wish you an excellent discussion, and next time see you in Marrakesh or in Dubrovnik in person. Thank you and all the best.